So everyone, I'll be making some habichuelas guisados, Puerto Rican style. I have already preheated some olive oil in this 6-quart Dutch oven pot. I will be putting in about 1.5 tablespoon of sofrito, Goya sofrito, and let me rinse this off. I will also be putting in about 1 teaspoon of minced garlic. I will cover and let that kind of stew over. I like to kind of do this natural stir without putting a large spoon in there just yet. But I'm going to let that heat up just a little bit and get that going. In the meantime, I will go ahead and start opening up my can of contadina tomato sauce. Today I'll be making the Habichuelas Guisados with red kidney beans. You can use any brand kidney beans. Today I'm using the Organics brand of red kidney beans. So this is starting to heat up and spark up just a little bit. We don't want to scorch the garlic, so it looks like it's ready to pour in our tomato sauce. And cover that up and let that simmer some more. I will also be adding about 1 can of water, the same can that I used for the tomato sauce. I'll be using to just add some water. I accidentally put an ice cube in there, but that's okay. Water is water. And we're going to go ahead and raise that up to about medium heat and let that simmer over. As that's starting to warm up again, we're going to go ahead and start putting in some other seasonings for our habichuelas. Right now I'm going to open up a packet of the Goya ham flavored sazon. It's kind of our little secrets of our seasonings. It is jam-packed with flavor. Same with our sazon with culantro and achote. So we're gonna go ahead and add that. Again, it's just little secrets that we have that we use to kind of help enhance the flavor of our habichuelas. Go ahead and grab a spoon and start stirring that around. As I said, this is going to start building up that flavor. Get that sparked up. We're going to go ahead and start adding some of our other seasonings. We have the Goya adobo. We're going to do a dash of that. We have another version of the adobo, which is the Goya sazonado total. This has a little bit of everything. Again, just a quick dash of this particular one. We're also going to dash in some black pepper, and we're also going to measure out about 1 teaspoon of oregano leaves, and then also about 1 teaspoon of the dried cilantro into a we call it maceta y pilon. So we're gonna go ahead and ground that up a little bit, just so that it's not so flaky. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's ground it up. Go ahead and pour that in. Okay, and I have already pre-sliced some olives. So we're gonna go ahead and toss that in there. And give it a nice little whirl in here. Let it start incorporating all those flavors. Alright, so we're going to cover that up and again let that kind of stew up just a little bit. I have already pre-cut some carrots and some potatoes. I used about 1.5 medium-sized potatoes and cut them up into about 1-inch portions. And then the carrots, I kind of cheat, and so I used the baby carrots that are already cleaned and peeled, but I cut those up into about 3 or 4 pieces. You want them about 1/4 inch thick, as you can see here. So this is coming up to a quick boil, and you want it to come up to a quick boil there. Make sure that it's not scorched. I'm going to monitor it quite often. I'm just prepping my can of beans for the incorporation of the beans. Okay. As you can see, it has nicely, let's go ahead and see there, it's nicely boiling over there, boiling up. Those flavors are incorporating very nicely. Okay. And so now we're going to go ahead and add these beans. We're going to go ahead and add the veggies. Give that a whirl. It's going to seem like it's pretty thick, which it is. So we're going to go ahead and add 1 can of water. The same can that you use for the beans, we're going to go ahead and just incorporate that same amount of the beans in water. Here we are, just pouring that in there. Alright, we've kind of mixed all this in together. We're going to let that come to a boil. Just monitoring, making sure that it doesn't scorch. I'm kind of picky about my cooking area, so I just like to clean up and put things away. I'm going to bring that up to a higher heat. And again, closely monitor the liquid and that it doesn't scorch or burn. So we want to keep an eye on that. Once it comes to a full boil, we want to go ahead and then simmer. Bring it down low to a simmer, cover, and let it simmer for about 15 minutes. Until the potatoes and carrots are cooked al dente, or however you like, as far as the firmness of the potato. You don't want it too, you don't want it overcooked as well, because then you'll have like mashed potato in your habichuelas, but you want them just cooked enough. It's firm, al dente, but not raw per se. So now that the beans have come to a full boil, I'm going to go ahead and reduce that to a low simmer. Give that another quick whirl. And cover. And we're going to let that simmer for about 15 minutes. after it is like, again, once the simmer portion has completed, then check your potatoes and see if they are cooked to al dente or to the firmness that you would like, and let the beans settle for about 5 to 10 minutes, just so that, again, the flavors are incorporated. And once that has come to a full good incorporation of the flavors, then you can easily serve them over rice. Serve them as a main meal with some cornbread on the side. Boricuas and Puerto Ricans like to eat it with white rice and a side of fresh cut avocado slices. You can complement that with a steak or chicken, beef, or seafood, however you like. However, these again are Habichuelas Guisadas. Welcome back. I'm here with my final stage of my Habichuelas Guisado. Just wanted to demonstrate, after 15 to 20 minutes of a slow simmer, the beans are now completely done. Potatoes are cooked and to firm taste, al dente, or maybe a little bit less than a little bit more than al dente. It's they're soft, but they're not mushy, so it's perfect. Wanted to just show you the final presentation of what they look like there, and I will be serving them over rice. Here we go. So I have a bowl of white rice here, you can see. I will be pouring some beans with the sauce, the olives, potatoes, and carrots. So if you're practicing a vegetarian lifestyle, this is the perfect dish. Has your protein, your veggies. As you can see, we've got some potatoes, carrots, rice, olives, and beans. And I will be garnishing this dish with fresh cut avocado right here. I'll be cutting them up with my fork. That's how we do it at the table side. There we go. And here we have a final dish, Habichuelas Guisadas. There you go. Enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.